Did Spencer Pratt reach out to you?
Like 3 or 4 months before, he's like, yo, you should remix I'll Do It by Heidi. So I ended up just posting a snippet of it, and then TikTok kind of did its thing.
You feel responsible for essentially saving their house.
People got mad at me. So many people bought it on iTunes that like the remix went to #1 like global dance song for the days on iTunes.
That's so sick.
Yo, Cheat Codes Podcast. We are back. It is Miami Music Week. We got here yesterday. We did a little pool party with Sam Felt, and now we're here with the legend Leondis.
What's up, brother?
Thank you. We're excited to have you on the podcast.
Let's
go, bro.
Yeah. What's good, man?
Chilling. What's up?
It's pretty crazy to see. Like, I get excited about seeing how far you've come and the rise of Leondis, because we did the Hellraisers album, and I think that's when I first learned about your music. Maybe I knew about you a little bit before that, but you did a remix of Hate You, Love You.
Yep.
And the
2021, right?
Yeah, the production was sick. I was like, who is this guy? And then we met you in person. I was like, oh, this guy's like, what were you, like 18 at the time? Or wow, you
Legend,
were 18.
bro.
I didn't even realize you were that young. I didn't realize you were in high school or college.
Freshman year of college.
And just
No way.
producing on the side.
Yeah, dude.
We thought you were this legit producer that had been around for a long time. Especially these like European guys. They end up being like a 40-year-old man who's like some like production nerd, and then we find out, oh, it's like this 18-year-old from Florida, and now we see you killing the game. So how has that been, just from 18, and now you're doing these huge remixes for Chainsmokers, Heidi Montag, which we can get into like later, but.
Dude, well, first, thanks. Appreciate you boys having me. You guys been always really good to me, so I appreciate it. But it's been good. Starting off, I kind of started making music when I was like 16, 15, and then I kind of segued into dance music. And from like 18 to now 22, it's been remixes, kind of just like, I don't want to say piggybacking off of other artists, but just like getting opportunities from people. And you guys were the first people to kind of give me that opportunity to get in the mainstream.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay.
So,
I didn't want to like take credit or anything.
No, give credit where it's due. You guys are, you and two friends were the first people.
Okay.
So
yeah, shout out.
What kind of music were you doing before that?
I was making rap music.
No way. Like you were rapping, or you producing?
I wasn't rapping. I was making rap beats for producers. But
That's so funny.
I feel like
That's-
everyone has like a SoundCloud rap.
That's how these guys
Yes.
met, actually.
Yeah.
Really?
Matt was producing
Yeah.
rap beats for Kevy.
There we go.
Yeah. What was your rap name? It was King Kevy?
King Kevy, yep.
There we
Okay.
go.
It's a great name.
Did you have like a rapper producer name?
Yeah, it was Leondis beat.
Nice.
great.
On this
Leondis
beat.
Yeah, that was the high school
That
name.
is genius. I
Lay
love
on
that.
this beat.
That's gotta be like a side project at some point.
Dude, I
That's
will.
great.
Is that, yeah, did you have a beat tag?
Yeah, I was one of the rappers that had him record it.
Lay on this beat.
Dude, that's great, actually.
So what made you want to transition into dance music?
It was kind of a natural transition. I was always making more like melodic rap beats, so like Juice WRLD style stuff. And then the rap beats just got too like emotional and nostalgic for any like rappers that wanted to spit heat on it. So I kind of naturally got into it listening to you guys, Chainsmokers, Millennium style. And then it kind of just happened naturally from like probably 17 to like 18. And then like when I did the remix for you guys, that was probably like my first year of making dance music, which is
That's crazy.
Legend.
That's wild. And you busted it out quickly too. I
Yeah,
remember that.
dude.
We were like on a time crunch. We're like, we
Bro.
need this remix like done like tomorrow. And you're like, okay, I got it. Like,
Dude, so I don't know if you guys saw, but I used to DM you guys all the time trying to get a remix for some song. I just wanted to like give you guys
Yeah,
something.
like
live
send me
show.
the stems.
Dude.
Yeah, you know.
To anyone out there that is like just starting, ask. Don't be afraid to ask. If you look at our DMs, probably from like 2019 to like 2021, I'm just asking for stems, and you guys gave them to me all the
Legend.
time. And then Trevor, I think, on the account hit me up. Was like, "Yo, we need a remix, and like how fast can you get a remix done?" I was like, "I got you." I sent it back the next day, and then worked on edits.
I will say that's for anybody that's listening and they're up and coming DJ or just they just want to make music. I think remixing is a really great strategy to get into it, because there's a lot of artists and DJs that the original song they make for Spotify streaming doesn't work in the club or it doesn't work in these festivals. So I think that was really smart of you to just tackle it that way.
Yeah, and I don't think that many people realize how many like DJs are like looking for remixes all the time on their new singles. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's hard to make I would say it's hard to make a streamable song, but also a playable song. So if you can have a remix of a song that's a little more harder, different lane, that's like more, like if it's a streamable song, then that's going to help with remixes. So DJs are always kind of looking for new versions of their songs.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, for sure,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, a lot of times like our songs are like "Hate You, Love You," for example.
Yeah, right.
It's like a great song. Shout out AJ Mitchell on that. And it was more halftime. It was kind of a different BPM than we normally DJ. And it definitely didn't work in the club. It was like bam, bam, high energy. Then
Yeah.
It's a hard one to remix. Bro.
140.
You nailed it. You nailed it.
Hey, bro. Appreciate it.
yeah. So let's get into the Heidi Montag thing because
Yeah, that was recently.
I wasn't really following that much. I'm not on TikTok. My wife is on TikTok, and she was like, "You got to put this song in your set."
I texted you about it too.
So then
remember?
Trevor texted me like the next day,
Yeah.
and he was like, "Yo, hear this," and then I was like, "Oh, it's Leondis. Okay,
No way.
that makes it way more legit, and
gotta play this.
Makes me want to play it even more because sometimes I don't like following the trends. Sometimes
No,
I'm like,
dude, I don't blame
screw off. I don't want to play what you want me to play. But then I saw that it was your remix, and I was like, oh, this actually like bangs in the club. It's not something I need to spend hours figuring out how to make this cool in the club. So yeah, we played it for I don't know, probably like a couple months.
Yeah.
In the set, and like it always went off.
I'd always wake up on like a Sunday morning to a text from Trevor.
Nice.
Playing it, like, straight up.
Yeah.
We're playing it out, bro. People love it.
But I thought it was so funny because you're like 22,
Yeah.
and there's no way you knew what the Hills was.
No, a lot of people explained it to me after.
Oh, okay.
I really did not know.
Wow.
Did
Keep it
Spencer
real.
Pratt reach out to you?
Yeah, he hit me up. I think, like 3 or 4 months before. He's like, "Yo, you should remix. I'll do it by Heidi." I was like, "Sure." And then I made like a little demo of it, and then it wasn't that great. Nothing really came about it. And then he hit me up again to do it, and I was like, I'll just work on it a little more. So I ended up just posting a snippet of it, and then TikTok kind of did its thing, what it does. And I was already like kind of on a roll from remixes, like doing more like progressive house stuff before that on TikTok. So it kind of just took off from there. But yeah.
So he already knew about you.
Yeah. And
Okay.
I think like
That's sick.
October or something hit me up.
So he already knew from just previous remixes. I wasn't sure.
Yeah, just the TikTok stuff.
What was the first remix to kind of pop off on TikTok?
I've had like little small ones since I did the remix with you guys, but then probably the biggest one since then, I did a remix for Sabrina Carpenter's like new song Taste.
Yeah, I heard that one.
And that one, it kind of started bringing like this progressive golden era sound back to like the mainstreamish for dance music, and that one did well. And then me and my buddy, I do it with, his name's Coaster. We always
Oh yeah, we know Coaster. Yeah,
yeah, he's fire.
He's dope.
He's the man. But we just kept doing it for the pop songs coming out, and did it for like 8 or 9 songs, and then the Heidi one came out after that. So yeah.
So you feel responsible for essentially saving their house and like getting because
Bro, people were mad at me in the comments. They're like, "You're just posting this because
like clout. Yeah,
you
you're
want
clout
I'm
chasing.
like, they literally just posted like, "Thank you so much."
Yeah, like they were
For the
posting
DJs
like,
help-
please buy this
Yeah.
song. We need it. Like our
Yeah.
house is burning down. Like we need to save our stuff. Like
People got mad at me.
you're doing charity basically, if you think about it.
Yeah, I didn't take any cuts on the song. No, nothing.
Yeah.
Bro.
I'm sure Spencer was happy about it.
He was chilling, bro. It went like so many people bought it on iTunes that like the remix went to #1 like global dance song for like
Damn.
2 days on iTunes.
That's so sick.
That's
Yeah.
wild.
But yeah, it helped them out, but it was good experience. And Spencer's super cool. So
Did you meet him?
no,
Oh, okay. Just online. Yeah, he
yeah,
seems
just
like.
texting.
Yeah, nice guy. We chatted.
Yeah, I know
He's-
Kevy was a big fan of the Hills.
I love the Hills. Yep.
You
Great
love the
show.
finale, right?
The best finale of TV show history, I think.
there we go.
Yeah.
He's on his
definitely.
phone like 24/7. I could text him right now. He'd probably text in like.
He seems
2
like he's
minutes
like
back.
constantly posting shit.
Just
Yeah.
I
hustle.
don't know how people do that. I would just be
Yeah, it
stressed.
seems
Yeah,
so
right.
hard. I think there's certain people that can handle it, certain people that
He's
just can't.
definitely one that can.
Yeah.
Hustler.
So are you still in college or are you?
I just graduated last May.
Well, shout out to
Congrats,
graduating.
dude. Let's
Let's go,
go.
baby.
Because to be honest, if I was you, I probably would have dropped out, and I did drop out.
Same.
Trevor dropped out. Kevy dropped out. So
What'd you get your degree in?
Just general business.
Okay, so that's
I
good.
was
bro.
I was gonna be I wanted to be a teacher, and then I ended up switching I think my end of sophomore year because I had to do student teaching, which means I had to go in person, and I was already playing all the shows at the time. So I was like, nah, not good enough. So I just finished off.
But I think with any degree you could like be a substitute teacher.
Yeah, I was.
Because that'd be kind of lit. Like you're doing
sick.
shows on the weekend, you know. You're just
You'd be
like
a cool teacher. You want to
Miami Music Week. You come back, like,
dude? Yeah.
hey kids, here's my new remix.
Do you think your degree helps with music?
Nah.
No. Hey,
No, it does.
No?
I mean, I think from like learning about like just marketing and like how people consume things online, it does. But you know, that was just one class that I took, and most of the classes were kind of just BS courses. If I'm being completely real.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I do. I think
not gonna
like
say it, though.
most people in entertainment nowadays, they have to at some point pivot to some sort of business. Otherwise, you know what I mean? It's like George Clooney. Most of his net worth is tequila.
Yeah,
Totally. Gwyneth Paltrow with Goop.
Yeah.
It's like no matter who you are, all these musicians. So
I think anyone like in the entertainment industry, it's always pivoting. I mean,
Yeah.
even just like podcasting, you see a bunch of people starting podcasting now, and it's
that is a
great
business,
pivot
I
point.
guess, in and of itself. Yeah.
Bro, okay, but last year I coached for my high school basketball team while I was doing.
Oh yeah, I think I remember you telling me about that. That's
So I
pretty
get
wild.
like the satisfaction of like coaching.
So you're like the head coach.
Yeah.
No way.
You're the
dude.
head
That's
coach
so-
for
Freshman team.
Oh, okay, for
the
freshman.
varsity.
That's still like that's a lot of responsibility.
Yeah, you're not too far off on their age.
I didn't know what I was getting into.
Yeah,
It was,
that's
4
so-
a.m. wake ups for like.
Well, it's
4
freshmen.
months
Okay,
ago.
so these are like 15, 16-year-old kids, and you're 22. I guess it's enough of an age gap, but I could imagine there being some hot shot that's like, "Screw you, coach. You don't know. You can't even dunk, coach." Like,
No, I used to play basketball in high school, and I didn't realize how rusty I am until I started playing with them. I was like, I suck
but
now.
even like high school nowadays, there's just random kids that are like 6'7".
Oh, yeah.
Just windmill dunking.
Yeah, dude.
Like-
They found my TikTok on like the third day. of practice.
No, nice.
kidding me?
How'd you guys do in the season?
9-3.
Let's
Finished
go.
on an 8-0 run.
There we go.
Wow, this actually makes me really excited that you're
That's a winning team.
that you're in.
These guys love basketball.
Yeah,
Matt's
we
playing all
love
the
it.
time.
Hell yeah, dude.
So now we have all kinds of questions to ask you.
Dude, hit me. That was my sport growing up.
Okay, well, there you go. Yeah, actually, Kevin used to play AAU back in the day, and he was hoping to go pro, but then he met Justin Bieber. So
Crazy time.
do you kind of blame Justin Bieber for throwing you off?
Yeah, 100%. Seeing the lifestyle.
This guy was on track. He got one injury, and then Justin Bieber showed him the lifestyle,
Yep.
the partying lifestyle.
Can't deny it.
Kevy was just like, screw
fell in love with it.
training, screw like these early morning
Yeah.
practices.
You guys still play?
Not in a while.
Yeah.
Matt
Oh, no,
plays,
yeah, I
pickup
play.
ball,
I play
though,
pickup
every
all the
week.
time.
Where, like in LA Fitness or something? Or
Yeah, 24-hour.
fuck yeah.
We do our management calls, and Matt will be sometimes playing the ball.
Yo, ask him a question. Be quiet for a sec. He'll be on mute, and like 10
Sorry,
seconds
guys.
later, click. Hey guys, sorry.
It didn't work.
He balls, bro. He balls. Balls
Let's go.
life.
Sometimes they'll try to talk to me, and I'm like, guys, I'm on a call.
I'm balling.
I got a business call right
I'd
now.
be so mad. I'd be like, dude, what do you mean we were playing?
No, it's more normal now. I guess you see people like playing with their ear pods or whatever.
Are the dudes in Vegas take it as serious as the dudes in LA?
I think they take it more serious.
You're in Vegas now, right?
Yeah, I live in
Because
I live in
is
Vegas.
like a little
So
basketball camp.
Vegas has kind of become a hub for a lot of the international pro players.
Okay.
Like
didn't know.
players that like play in Europe, they'll like live in Vegas because it's during the summer they can play in summer league, and it's like, oh, this could be my shot to go like in the G League or
Gotcha.
the NBA. Like they're like, oh, I make $1 million in Europe, and then the summer maybe I'll get a G League and I can actually have a shot to go in the NBA. And then you have like the younger college players that you know they're hoping to make it or get drafted, so like they'll come. But yeah, it's pretty.
What do you think about Bronny?
Yeah, so he had his highest scoring game. Didn't he score like 17 points the other day?
But they lost. So it's like,
Well, yeah, but he's only gonna get playing time when they're down like 30
I think he
points.
dropped like 39 in the G League.
Yeah, he's had a couple of good
crashed
games
the
in the G League.
He's
So
like-
I mean, hey, he's like slowly proving himself.
You think he'll be around for a little?
I feel I'm like more optimistic about what's his name, Bryce.
Yeah.
Bryce looks like he's gonna be a monster.
Is he a junior, I think?
So that's LeBron's other son.
Okay, cool.
Everyone
big.
says he's going to be better.
He's a lot taller, but I guess everyone they're just like, oh, he's the taller one, so he's gonna be better.
yeah.
But who would you have expected LaMelo
No, not at all.
out of all of them?
Who's your favorite out of the three balls?
LaMelo for sure. I mean,
Jello now, bro?
no, not Jello. I mean, Jello's cool. He's got
I
a
used
cool
to
song.
like Jello back in the day.
The rapper.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's LaMelo's
I know,
brother.
I know. He's
Oh,
switched
He used
okay.
recently.
to play. Yeah,
The rapper.
Yeah.
So when you're coaching these kids, because
Yeah.
it's so interesting being a coach, you do you have game plans? Like, are you like full court press? Or you're
Yeah,
like,
we got plays for everything. We got press,
Pistol
beat.
half
Okay.
court press, offensive plays.
But do you base
resets.
your coaching style off of the players? Because obviously, if you have the bad news bears, you're gonna have to.
Yeah, well,
You know what I
it's
mean?
true.
Good question.
They were pretty good last year, so I didn't have to I could kind of just run my sets that I've always ran as a coach. But I had a co-coach that helped me with it, my boy Matt. But it depends. There was a short team, so we couldn't do a lot of post stuff. It was more
Right.
just guard work and dribble handoff.
I saw this movie. It was called Res Ball. It was basically about this high school team, Native American reservation. But the idea was they were kind of scrubs. So screw it, we're just gonna do 7 seconds or less because it's our only opportunity. Because otherwise we're gonna get destroyed.
I
So they
should've
just
done
dribble
that.
up and just chuck the ball up and what are they doing? This is so hard to guard.
Well, with freshman ball, it's as long as you're just ball movement and passing, it's easy.
Yeah, that's
Playing
true.
against
Yeah,
scrubs
my
pretty
my brother used to play AAU, and there'd be a lot of more talented teams, but they don't play defense, or they don't.
Dude, it's
And then you can actually beat them. They're like, well, how are these
pick and
How are
roll,
these short white guys
backward
beating
pass.
us? I don't know. So
Dude, it's
confused.
Ball movement, it's all. There we go.
So where do you see the whole DJ thing going? Because it seems like you have your hand in a lot of pots. You got
Yeah.
you could start a business tomorrow. You could become the next college coach, I guess.
Maybe one day. That's the goal down the line.
Really? You think so?
Yeah, when I'm probably 45, 50.
Like,
wow.
Coach basketball
I
at
like
a
that.
college?
Sick.
Maybe.
It's-
That'd be sick.
It seems like a fun job.
Oh, it's probably so fun, dude.
Right?
Yeah.
Just getting fully into the program. But I don't know. With DJing, I kind of just take it day by day because, like we were talking about earlier, I started when I was pretty young. So because I started when I was in high school and college, I've always kind of been not half in, half out, but it's never been a full-time responsibility, full-time job till more recently. So I just take it day by day and kind of see what arises. But as long as I treat it kind of like a 9 to 5. So when I wake up, I'm always opening FL Studio, making music every day. And usually
There you go.
something comes from it every week or two, but I don't put myself too much pressure on myself. So
Do you enjoy DJing and performing more or production more?
I think right now I enjoy production more. I get glimpses every couple months will be a really big show. We played Beach Club in Montreal. There's
Oh, nice.
5,000-6,000.
I didn't know they had
Oh, awesome.
beaches and.
It's not really a beach. It's kind of on an island.
Pool party vibe or something?
Yeah, it's like a big pool party.
You're like, hey, we're gonna play this beach club. Where do you want to go? I wouldn't think.
I know, it's in the middle. It was landlocked. But shows like that makes me love it. But then
Right.
production, because right now I'm still playing smaller shows, and it's great. I'm super blessed, but production's always been my passion and just making music. So
That's probably better, honestly. A better foundation.
yeah, and I think that I've talked to a lot of people, and even I do production lessons for people. And when I'm talking to them, I tell them production will take you so much farther than just DJing gigs and shows and stuff. So
Do you want to do production for other types of music as well, or do you want to just stick with dance?
Probably, I want to slowly get into it. So I kind of got into dance because it was the only genre where you could be the artist, but not,
Right,
not
yeah.
sing on your songs. Because I can't sing.
Right.
I know all you guys can, so I need lessons from you
We
guys.
try, man.
But that was you can be the entity of the project. I saw Elenium, he doesn't sing, but he's
Right.
massive, and he has all these great singers on his songs and stuff. So that's kind of where it started from. But I've always been very into the pop punk space and more alternative rock and soft rock. So eventually I think I want to get there. I always say once I get big enough I want to
Yeah,
start
you play
a band.
guitar and stuff, right?
Yeah, guitar, piano, a little bit.
Did
of
you come
drums.
up listening to pop punk? What was your main artist
Not really
growing up?
pop punk. It was I was big into soft rock bands like The Fray, Script.
They're having a
Now.
moment. The phrase coming
Lost
back.
coming
and
back,
insecure.
There we go.
You found me.
That's
Dude.
cool.
Yeah, so
I'm kind
I
of
love
sad
that.
because the lead singer
Dude,
is
I
not in the
know.
band since
I'm going-
2022, apparently.
Yeah, it's
Trev, you need to
cool.
find him. He's in Washington. Just
I'm just gonna pull up
find
his
him.
house.
He's with his family and be like,
Dude.
"Come on, man.
Why
Let's
do
have a talk."
They want you back.
He
Yeah.
just took a break.
I think he just quit. I mean, he quit a
Chilling.
few years ago.
I think
He
he's
probably didn't realize they were gonna have another moment.
Resurgence.
Yeah.
He's a music teacher now and wherever he lives.
Yeah, I wonder in Washington.
Yeah.
He lives in some
Wow.
tiny town
Yeah, he's totally
off the grid.
away from it. But yeah,
Damn.
he was
Just dox him right now.
he's a goat. But yeah, that's what I
Address is-
Go badger him. No, he just wants to be left alone, guys.
But yeah,
Done.
that's the stuff I kind of grew up on. the softer rock.
Oh,
So
sweet.
hopefully we get into that down the road. But
Do you play other instruments besides? You said you play guitar. Is that what you said?
guitar, piano, and like a little bit of drums. That's what I first started on. But it's hard to
So your dream job is producing for the Fray.
producing with the Fray.
Okay,
Yeah.
there you go. There you go. I didn't expect
That'd be
that.
sick.
That's kind of funny.
And then my number one band right now is a band Camino. You ever heard of them?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
They're
Love
great.
them. You guys should do a track with them.
That'd be sick.
That would be dope. Have they done a dance track? I think they did one, right?
They did one with Noted,
That's what I thought. Okay,
Yes.
yeah. Nice.
which is pretty sick. It was like a 170 tempo, like
Whoa.
fast D&B, and then a halftime third drop.
It's
It was
drum and
cool.
bass.
Are they your dream collab? You think, or somebody else? Like, if you could collaborate with anybody?
Them as a band, probably them, just because their sound is similar to mine in terms of like overall feeling of the songs.
Right.
Overall, I'd say singer collab would probably be Jeremy Zucker. I've always been.
Oh,
a big fan
wow.
of him.
What about DJ collab? Like, what's somebody
DJ
you would love to
collab?
work with?
It sounds pretentious, but I've worked with everyone I really wanted to. You
Oh, that's
guys,
awesome, dude.
Chainsmokers,
Legend.
Griffin.
That's
I mean,
sick.
those are the people I kind of came up listening to. So
Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah.
no
dude.
glaze.
Legend, bro.
Boys.
Yeah, he's
God.
just hyping you up, dude. Don't let him
Nah,
hype
bro,
you up.
You guys are like, I think in 2019, you guys are my like top 3 artists.
Oh, wow,
Okay,
bro.
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Thank you.
I still listen, but
Yeah. Don't stop.
Nah, it
dude.
wasn't just
Streaming.
2019. No, but
Yeah, how do you see music going? A lot of times I feel old now. You know, we're getting
You're young,
we're
bro.
getting to that age, but I like to get your perspective on like the Gen Z mindset of like where music is, because it's a whole different world. Like from when we started to where the landscape is now,
Yeah.
it's insane. And we've obviously noticed the difference because we started on Spotify. We were just like, let's just put out the best song, and then we started. Oh, I guess we have to post on Instagram now. Then it was like, okay, now we have to like do this TikTok thing. Now we can make songs with AI. And
know,
you're
right?
like just getting started in this world. So how do you balance all that? Like how do
I
you
definitely see. I try to look at it as like an opportunity, because a lot of people, I'll see artists complaining like, oh, we have to do TikToks, we have to do this. But if you look back 5-6 years, not even, like there wasn't an opportunity to get heard that way, like totally on your own. Like if you look at all my TikToks, all the TikToks that have blown up are just me in my room. No label, no financial backing, just me in my room promoting a song that I made. And I feel like, and correct me if I'm wrong, there wasn't too many outlets besides maybe YouTube and like obviously Spotify and SoundCloud.
Yeah,
to
we were
kind
just
of-
mainly Spotify and Hype Beast, I think it was called. Or,
Yeah.
Is that what it's
Hype
called?
Machine?
Hype Machine.
Yeah.
That was really
Hype beast,
early
hype
on.
beast, dude.
Hype
You're a
beast.
hype beast, bro.
You're a hype beast. Yeah. Hype
Yeah.
machine. Yeah, I forgot about that.
So I just look at it as an opportunity. I feel like with like all the new technology growing and stuff, there's a lot more opportunities to be heard. And yeah, like AI and shit, it's like it's crazy awesome that like people can just click a couple buttons and make a song, but it kind of forces you, at least in my opinion, forces me to be more creative with my like sample selections and like my interpolations and all that. So I don't know.
Yeah, I think it has to be more creative. We just did a podcast with Layback Luke, and he was like, I would just say the younger producers shouldn't even learn how to produce because
He literally said that. Yeah. So funny.
just like get good at rendering, I guess. Which is
Yeah.
funny because he has a son who I guess produces now too. So I'm like,
Oh,
is
really?
that the lessons you're telling your son? But
Yes.
Right. More about like curating your sound and your look and
Yeah.
right, yeah.
Giving
Like,
good prompts.
So
It's
when
gonna-
you guys were coming up, you said it's Hype Machine. That was like the big way to get heard.
yeah, I
Back
mean,
in the
really, our
day.
first song, our first song ever. There was like this guy that we hired that just knew how to work Hype Machine, and we were able to kind of like get some hype going from it. I don't know what the hell happened. It was a weird. I had no idea how it worked, honestly. I have no
yeah, I don't
idea.
know if have you heard of Hype Machine?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. So it sounds so outdated and antiquated now, but the idea of it was Hype Machine you would post your song, and then if you could get enough blogs,
Yeah.
literally to write, and it's
It
like
sounds
what
so old.
what are you writing about? Some like new artist that has no story, there's no press, it's just a song. Like the song, it's summery and breezy, and they have a fresh sound. It's like
Breezy.
there's only so much you could write. But it's like, oh, cool. We got the 10 biggest blogs that write about that BS, and we got
Number one on
20
Hype
other random ones, and then Hype Machine will like put you in a chart. And then if you get enough charts, somehow it translated to Spotify streams. It was so
That's
weird.
crazy.
I don't understand.
Yeah, it was a weird time. Very weird time.
And
It was a short-lived thing, though. I feel like
Yeah.
after like their second year, it was like completely gone.
Billie Eilish's first couple songs got huge on there.
Yeah.
I know Chainsmokers did it a bunch.
Yeah, they were doing it at the same time.
I think that was crazy.
But it's like all those articles could just be written in a second with AI now. So it's like there's no.
How did you get people to write them? Just send it out to them?
I think that was part of like the PR person that we hired.
Okay.
It was more like, hey, Cheat Codes are about to release this
He
song.
knew how to time it.
Yeah. So it was like all the articles would write it like right before the song dropped or whatever.
Found the cheat code early on.
Yep.
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
That's so funny.
Yeah. So how was it like living in Boca? Like, you grew up here in Boca Raton, right?
Yeah, I was born in New York, and I lived there for the first 8 years of my life. And then I moved
cool.
down here to Boca, and I've been there ever since.
Do you have any like crazy Florida man stories?
Oh wow, that's a good question.
I just
No,
saw
that's
that.
like a stereotype that everyone has. What did you see?
No, but it's real. It's not a stereotype. It's real.
I know, but I haven't had to.
Well,
Do you think the people in Florida are a little bit like crazier than the rest of the country?
Probably, but I
Yeah.
also haven't like.
but you're living in a bubble. Like Boca's a bubble, huh?
Yeah, Boca is just like
How far is Boca from here?
85 plus.
You gotta venture out, dude, and see the real Florida.
I know. I've been thinking about it, but I'm also like every weekend I'm traveling for a show, so it's like 2 days I'm gone, and then I don't know. I kind of see the world from that. But
Yeah. Where's your favorite place to play? So far?
honestly, I love Charleston, South Carolina.
Wow.
Sweet.
I think
Oh,
it's
yeah.
sick there. And then obviously I was talking about Montreal. I don't know what it is, but their venues are.
You kind of look like you're French or something.
Really?
Bonjour.
Guess where I'm from? My ethnicity.
Greek.
Algeria.
Sky-
Oh, actually,
Yeah.
actually, I should have known that. You know what Leondis means in
Nailed it.
in Greek?
Lion.
Yeah, Lionheart.
You look Greek though.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do look Greek.
Yeah, you
I
look
like
like
Greek.
you.
I'm 100%
That's a great
Greek.
name.
You're related to John Stamos.
What's your middle name? Is
Take
it
it.
Greek sounding?
Peter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is that Greek? I have no idea.
Super white name.
Yeah, I was like, what?
Peter.
What is that? Is that
I
Greek?
mean,
Is that,
it's in the Bible. I don't know.
biblical. Yeah, there you go.
No, but I was seeing that the wide neck guy, he got arrested again.
Why
Is he Florida?
He's he's a Florida guy.
that
This is
Wide neck
representing
friend?
you, man.
Dude, you ever seen the wide neck guy?
That the long neck guy's friend?
Yeah.
Yes.
they
It's
were
long neck
friends
and
at
wide
one
neck.
point.
I remember
Yeah.
that from back in the day.
Dude, I
But
love the wide neck guy.
It's
Supreme Patty.
Pop him up right
Whole
there.
squad.
Patty, I forgot about him.
Yeah.
He's
Wow.
always walking. He's always. I think
he's always in jail.
living in.
You gotta bail him out,
I was
man.
gonna say
is he
Boca, but
really?
yeah, jail.
He's
too.
always in jail. Yeah. He's a Florida guy too. Yeah, they're all Florida guys.
Yeah, there's a
he's-
lot going on in Florida.
He got arrested for sending inappropriate pictures to minors.
Wait, who?
Wide neck.
Oh, I thought you were saying
Oh.
Patty. I was like, no way. No.
I don't know what
Yeah,
Supreme
yeah.
Patty's been
No,
up
I
to.
think he's doing good. He's doing good.
Damn, wide neck.
Wide neck?
Not a fan of wide neck anymore.
Yeah, sorry, you fell off wide neck.
Yeah, sorry, buddy.
That guy's got a wide neck.
But obviously, he represents all of Florida, so
Yeah, exactly.
that's why I'm bringing it up. But like growing up here, it's like the Ultra is happening every year. Miami Music Week. It's kind of like hard to ignore. Like, have you seen it like change at all over the years, or did you like used to go as a kid or be like, oh, I can't wait to go to Ultra one day when I'm
Honestly,
old enough?
I'm gonna keep it real. No.
Not your vibe. You're like,
Fair
I
enough.
can't wait till the fray comes.
Hell yeah. They're
Dude,
coming.
So I think my first EDM festival I went to was probably like Breakaway Music Festival. in
Oh, okay.
20
Shout out. Yeah, we played.
2021.
Shout out Kenny.
I went with my buddy over there, Brian.
Hell yeah.
Shout out Big Brian.
Big Bri.
Nice.
But yeah, dude, I really wasn't into dance music until like 2020, right around COVID time. So yeah, I was not like hyped up for Ultra. I haven't even been to Ultra actually.
No
Oh,
way.
damn.
Yeah.
Wow.
A lot of these festivals I want to say I want to play first time I go.
Right. That's kind of
Yeah,
what my
that's what everyone
mindset
says,
was too.
but-
Like, I've never been to Coachella.
Soon.
How'd you get linked up with your management, and how would you like? What tips would you give to like
Sean
newer
and
artists
Blake.
trying to find? Yeah.
Okay, so honestly, you guys had a role in helping me get my management. I don't know if you know, but when you guys did the remix album for Hellraisers Part
Oh, yep.
1, you guys also had Riggy and Pyros on it.
Yep.
Yes.
So John and Blake were managing Riggy and Pyros, and they're just looking on it, and they saw my remix all the way like after theirs or something. And they're like, oh, let's like look at a Spotify. Saw these from Florida, and obviously my managers John and Blake are from Florida, so they saw me there. And then I also had just playing around at the local college bar in Orlando. Blake lived in Orlando. He went to UCF actually, so he had like connections with the college bar owners and stuff. And then I think he was running a festival. It never happened because of COVID. It was like 11 nightclub like water park festival or something.
Oh wow.
It's crazy.
Wait, so it's like the
Craziest-
girls at 11 and
like
they're
the
at a
slides
water park?
everywhere.
Yeah, I don't really know how it worked.
They had to close it down, like no kids.
Yeah, they shut it down. But he was booking like just extra local guys to open, and he hit up the club owner that I used to play at every week. He's like, "Do you have any local guys?" And they said me, and then he's like, "Oh, like I've seen his name for the like on the Cheat Codes remix album." And then they just hit me up and we talked, and yeah, we started working. I've been with them for the past 4 years.
Wow,
But they've been
man.
great. For anyone like looking for management, the newer artists, don't look. Just let it happen naturally. And it's hard because you think like a manager will get you all these big opportunities and new things. And I always tell people that managers help you take like your 100% effort to 110%. Because if you're doing nothing, bringing in nothing, you're not really going to. A manager can't really.
There's
help
nothing
that.
to manage. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to throw them an alley-oop so they can dunk it. So.
I like that.
Oh,
That's
wow, look
smart.
at
Well,
that.
a
Great
basketball
analogy.
callback.
Yeah,
There you go.
there you go.
That's true, man. That's a good way to look at it for
But
sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because when I was younger, when like before I did the remix for you guys, I was like, oh, I need management. They're gonna help me. They're gonna put me on so many shows and all this stuff. And then I did the remix for you guys, got linked up with my team, and for like 6 months, nothing happened. I was like, what?
You're like, I'm about to
You're supposed
fire
blow me
these-
up. Yeah, I was like, you're supposed to blow me up. What? I'm 19, like don't know how this works. And then I started posting on TikTok, kind of getting more traction there. The Chainsmokers remix happened, and then they were able to book me on shows with them, make sure I get a remix fee for the remix, all this stuff.
Yeah,
And
I saw
went-
you were like you opened or closed some shows in Orlando or something with them recently.
Oh yeah, we did
Vanguard.
Yeah, that was EDC after party last year, and then I just did Palm Tree Club in Miami with them.
Did you do EDC Orlando?
Yeah, I did that.
Okay,
in
so what was that like?
22. It was cool.
That had to have been a big moment.
Yeah, dude. So
If
that
you're
was
from
like
Florida. You're like, wow, here
I
we
know,
go.
yeah.
my first EDC played it, but that was cool. That was in 2022, and that was like right in the middle of my college years, and I went to UCF in Orlando, so like everyone from the college came to the. It was like a sunset. I was playing at like 4, I think, and then there was like rain delay, so I got
It was
pushed
like
back a little.
midterms after the set.
Yeah, dude.
Did you get a lot of support from people in college, like people that surrounded you? 'Cause
I
felt like
did.
I saw that, like
And I
throughout
was
comments and stuff.
so blessed by that. So I was in a fraternity, so that helped a lot. Just 100 free comments every
Wow.
post.
Right.
And
You just like
then
DJ the parties all the time.
yeah, dude, I'm telling you, doing stuff like that helps. So, like I know there's a lot of like frat DJs out there, but do it as much as you can, get your name out. Because every time I post a TikTok or a photo, or even like, I feel like one time you guys would post something asking about like who should remix, who should do something. I sent 100 people to go comment at Leondis, at Leondis.
Oh, I think
yeah.
I think I remember something
that,
like
the
that.
hustling like that, it's so extra, but it works. So
Definitely, bro.
It's either that or get some bots. You know.
yeah, dude. I know artists with bots.
Do you think college is a scam? Like, do you think it's even worth it nowadays?
I think it depends what you're looking for. Personally,
They say it's like 20% more expensive than it was or
it's
something, and then
expensive.
they say only like half the people actually use their.
That's
degree.
the thing. If you need to get a degree for what your career is, then yeah, like a doctor, a lawyer, all that. But like a lot of times nowadays, you can just do it on your own. Like if I think I would still figure it out if I didn't have college, because I don't think a lot of the stuff I learned in college I retained. But
Right.
it
Yeah.
depends your career, I'd say.
I can't imagine being a student now with ChatGPT and all this stuff.
Yeah,
like
dude, I'd
just-
be using the AI every day.
I never.
I wouldn't learn anything.
Kevy was cheating even before all the technology. He was like OG
yeah.
cheating.
Yeah, I paid my cousin to do like all my high school work.
Hell yeah.
for me.
There we go.
Yeah, he got his degree. It worked out.
I think a diploma, right? High school
Yeah, diploma.
Yeah, high
No
school
degree.
High school degree.
High school degree.
dude.
Did you have a lot of classmates that you looked at them and you're like, yeah, you're not going to use this degree?
Dude,
They're going for like communications or like.
I actually have never been to an in-person class in college. I just opted out saying COVID.
Oh wow!
You just did it
all
online.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's
So
like
you got your whole degree and you never went in. This is what I'm
That's
saying,
pretty
dude.
epic.
No
Like
way. That's wild.
Just messed
See,
up.
you guys-
messed up.
This could
Yeah.
be you guys. You guys
Future
could go back
doctors of
to
this
school.
world.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't too hard. My buddy, shout out Brian again. He used to do my math homework.
Wow.
Yes.
Brian, legend
Brian.
coming in
Let's
hot.
go.
dude.
Dude,
Brian.
What a gangster.
It's true.
What a legend.
But yeah, I don't know. It depends. I think I wouldn't say it's a scam because you need it for some professions, but any entrepreneurship, anything you want to do by yourself that's pretty self-driven, self-sufficient, I don't think you need the classes. You can just learn online, learn on YouTube.
Yeah. you can learn so much. You can learn anything on YouTube now.
That's how I learned production, guitar, drums, piano, all that.
Wow.
Yeah.
YouTube University.
Shout
You
out
almost
to
have to
you.
be like an entrepreneur nowadays,
Yeah,
you know?
that's kind of name of the game.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Where do you hope like all of this takes you? Like, do you want to be the guy that's on the road 100 days out of the year, or you just want to start your own shit? Like, I got my own business and I'm just killing it online.
I think the 100 shows a year type of guy, it would be fun for a year or two.
Yeah.
Also, just to make all the money you can, because I've seen like DJ fees people get now. They get it's crazy, but definitely not long term. I think I always say by like 30, I want to be kind of just have my own label and help put other artists on.
Okay. Do you want to create your own label, maybe?
Yeah, because production's always been like my love over the shows, but as I'm getting bigger and I'm playing for more audience, like more people in the audience, and it's just more people that I can kind of just like have an impact on musically, I'm seeing more of like a passion for the show side of things and like curating an experience. So yeah, but I don't know. I just take it day by day. I try not to look too far into the future, which is like a blessing and a curse. But
Yeah. Find that
blessings
work-life balance.
yeah, it's
I heard you mention like as you came in here, like, man, I just want to be like making music and play golf or whatever.
Dude.
Yes.
my simple pleasures. Two things.
Yeah.
I love
Nice.
golf. It's pretty much all I do in South.
How long have you been playing golf?
I started playing around probably like 6th or 7th grade, and then
Wow.
so I've been playing for probably 10 to 12 years now.
Wow.
Me and Kevin
I'm
played
still not
golf.
good, but
Me and Kev tried to play the other day for the first time.
Trevor's actually
No.
Trevor's pretty decent, dude. Yeah, he is.
we'll play.
I was better than I thought I was gonna be, but
I'm
I'm
sure you're
definitely not
great.
You had
good.
some great hits, dude.
I had
It
a
was
couple.
crazy. I was like,
I had
no
a
way,
couple.
dude.
There we go. Dude, golf's the best. It's just I like golf so much because I can go out and spend time outside 4 hours and I don't even look at my phone. And I don't have
Yeah.
to worry about business. I don't have to worry about accepting a show offer or ticket selling to a
You turn your
headline.
phone off?
I put it in my bag.
Wow, you're like
I don't know.
mindful Zen master over
I
here.
try,
Yeah.
dude. I try.
That's smart.
Meditate.
Well, yeah, because you could do the business meeting on the golf course too.
Can, but then just start hitting bad shots.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow, he likes to be focused over
I
here.
try to be. I still suck.
They say it's good to get into golf. You
I
know,
still suck, dude.
like it's like the only sport you can really play like when you get older, or like pickleball, I guess.
Yeah, dude. And it's great. I'll go out sometimes by myself, and I'll get paired up with like an 80-year-old. He'll just tell me about his life.
Oh,
Just all
nice.
yours. It's pretty sick.
Wow. That's
Can't
fun.
do that on the basketball court.
No, you can't.
No.
You just-
I play with like 60-year-olds.
You talk trash though on the
Yeah,
basketball
do
court,
they tell you about
know?
their lives?
Sometimes they're like musicians. That's true. Like I don't really know any of their names. It's like, hey man, you've been playing with them for years. You have know nothing about them, but you feel like they're
Yeah,
your
that-
best friend.
I like that though. That's
Yeah.
good.
But do you have like any specific goals you really want to accomplish with your music? Like play a certain venue or do hit a certain place on a chart or anything?
I'm not really like number driven. I'd more so want to just be able to fully sustain my life financially from music production.
Love it.
But for myself, like I've done a lot of stuff for other artists in the past, and it's awesome. I love like working different genres and like challenging myself. But I get the most fulfillment from creating my own music and like expressing fully like my story into a 3-minute song. So if I could be fully sufficient financially, like that way, that'd be the goal. Because I know it. I mean, you guys can probably like agree with this. It takes time to do that on the music production side. Whereas a show, you could just get booked for a show and you get paid X amount of money and you're good for however long until the next one. Whereas production, to be fully like sufficient with your money, like financially, it takes probably 5 at least.
Right. Yeah.
Of like
You're saying you just want to be fully self-funded with production, not even having to play
yes.
shows.
Well, I want to play shows,
Yeah.
but I don't want to.
You're trying to be
like,
Calvin Harris in this.
Yeah, and then, like every
Okay.
month or so, do one really big show or something.
Yeah, that's definitely the best position to be in because you have more leverage with your business. You know,
Totally.
you're not just like, okay, let's play whatever show. Okay, I'll play the bat mitzvah next month. Okay, sign me up. I need the
Shout out.
cash to
Shout
come
out.
in. But yeah, that makes a lot of sense for you.
Yeah,
for sure.
But that's just kind of like my personality style as well. I don't really go out too much. I'll drink every now and then at shows and stuff when my friends are there, but I try to just live a balanced lifestyle, which is very hard in this industry.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What is your guys' advice for myself and anyone out there for
Well,
living,
well, I will say, do you have
balance.
other side gigs that you've been doing like the last few years? I know you said you've been coaching. When did the coaching end?
I just did it for 1 year.
Oh, okay.
It's awesome, but it's just too much.
Yeah. Because so I think a lot of people, they have to break through that. Oh, there's like a fire going on here in Miami or something. I don't know if it's picking up on the mics. Once you break through, like, oh, I'm full time in music and like I'm doing this day in and day out, all of a sudden you have so much more time freed up to
Yes.
focus. And then that's kind of like a lot of times where your trajectory can take off. Because when we first met, I was doing me and Kevy were doing all these side gigs. We were like catering at these like celebrity parties. I was actually doing like birthday parties. I would dress up like Spider-Man and
No way.
yeah, it was pretty fun.
Seriously, yeah.
I did like Santa Claus once, but they said I was too skinny. It was like, yeah, it
problem. I
was
gotta
like
see
Rashida
that.
Jones and Benji Madden. They're like sitting on my lap, and I was like, "Hey, what's up, yo?"
Who
But it's
else,
like
who
take-
other celebrities did you do? Didn't you do a few other ones?
I did a lot of celebrity
That's the
parties. There was like,
craziest thing I've ever heard.
well, the most nervous I was Spider-Man. I was like walking in because it's like performing. So when you get in there, the kids, you gotta like
have to
turn the
start
energy
shooting as
on.
well.
Yeah. So I'm like Spider-Man, like, "What's up, kids? How's it going?" And then
You're being for real right now?
yeah,
Yes.
I'm being for real. This was like this is while
That's awesome.
we first started cheat codes.
Oh my
So I go in. It's like a
So
it's like a play place. There's like a table with the birthday cakes and presents, and this little girl walks up to me and she's like, "You're not the real Spider-Man. My dad's the Spider-Man." I was like, "What the?" I was like, "Oh God, this is gonna be a tough birthday." And then the lady at the front desk, she's like, "Oh yeah, that's Tobey Maguire's daughter."
Ooh.
And I was like, "Okay, well, I'll just focus on the other kids then for this one."
Funny.
But yeah, there's a lot of like random like there's a lot of like rich Saudi people that have these crazy houses in like Beverly Hills, and they'll come and they'll hire like the whole Avengers, and they'll have like a train, they'll have like balloon animals,
Yeah, that's comedy.
and you just yeah, it's pretty wild. There was like Khloe Kardashian had a kids party. Yeah,
Do you miss doing it?
yeah. Should I get back into it?
Music doesn't work out.
I remember getting in your car once. I think there was like a Mario costume in the back. Or
Yeah, I did Mario once. Mario was pretty fun.
Who's your favorite character out of all?
I think Spider-Man was fun just because the costume was. I felt a little exposed, you
I was
know,
gonna say, I
like
feel like
packages
it's
like
tight.
hanging out a little bit, but
Tight costume.
it's like it's airy, you know, because when you do Batman, you're sweating bullets.
Oh yeah.
That leather, it's rough.
I've been in a Batman costume before. It's tough.
Oh yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Okay, so
Of course,
doing this,
bro.
doing this job too. I was driving around. What?
I haven't.
You haven't?
No, I haven't.
You should
Trevor?
try it.
Me either. No, my hair
Try
would look
some
crazy. You'd be sticking out the eye holes.
Yeah, I
and
would be
stuff.
sick to be a real one.
I'm gonna order one.
I was driving around LA one day, and I was going to a party, and I had a minivan at the time. Shout out my mom to
Dude.
let me have a minivan.
Fuck yeah.
And I got pulled over by the cops, and I rolled down the window, and I'm in like a full Superman costume, like pre ready for the party. You probably thought I was like some creeper, like rolling around some suburb in a
That is
minivan,
so
and I'm like,
funny.
it's not what it looks like, officer. I got a gig. It's right at the street. You see the balloons over there? He's like, okay, I'll let you off the hook. I'm like,
Dude, that's so funny.
I need to get out of this business. This is not
Dude, that's
how I see my life.
That's a
I
good
moved to LA.
gosh.
But I think a lot of people have that. They got to take that leap of faith
Yeah.
to be like, okay, I saved up X amount of money. Now I can just focus on music full time
Totally.
and just hopefully I can pay my bills with this.
Dude.
And that was me. I was like saving up money with the parties. I was like a waiter. We were doing catering.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got my car stolen, and the insurance gave me a check. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna take this as a sign.
When did you decide to go full time music?
That was
Oh,
for
yeah.
me. That was for me. I got my car stolen, and
What year is this?
this is like 2014.
Okay.
And the insurance check came. It was like $10,000 or something.
Fuck yeah.
And I was
Bought
like,
some music equipment, didn't you, or something?
no, I was just like, I'm just gonna take that money and just live off of that and quit my job and then focus on music. And then
Did you take a loan at some point to get music
when
equipment?
I first moved to LA, I went to a U.S. bank and I just asked for a loan, and I had no idea. I was like 21 or something. I had no idea, no credit, like no nothing. And I was like, can I get like $10,000? They're like, okay, for what? I was like, I'm gonna buy some music equipment. They're like, okay, here you go. I was like shocked that they gave me the loan.
So you guys knew each other first, and then you linked up with Trevor after?
Me and Matt actually knew each other first
Okay.
for a little while. But Yeah, they had started working on music together first before like we were like
Solid.
working on our shit and stuff. So
Hell
Yeah, Kevy was a rapper. We met. I was making beats. I love shouting out Michael Wilson.
Michael
'cause
Wilson.
I'll
We
never
see
get
this
over
guy.
this guy. He had a studio, so he was like paying me. He would pay me like $500 to make beats for his recording clients. So they would come in and record in his studio. So Kevy was one of the recording clients.
Oh, sick.
So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna impress Kevy. I got all these really cool beats.
Sick ass beats.
Yeah, I want to show him all these cool beats.
I want to hear these beats. I gotta find.
Yeah.
I wonder if you still have them.
Yeah.
Some of them were probably like from my other hip hop project or whatever. But Kevin was like, "Yeah, I like these beats. Like, I want to work. Like, let's do it." But then Michael owed me like from 2 or 3 songs before that. He was supposed to pay me like $500 a beat. I was like, "Hey man, you haven't paid me for the other beats." And he was like, "Oh, don't worry. I'll pay you soon. Like, don't worry." I'm like, "But you're like 2 or 3 beats behind, man." And I was like, "If you don't pay me, I'm not gonna work on the Kevy project that we just agreed to." And he's like, "Don't worry about it. Then I'll find somebody else. You're off the project." So then I go to Kevy. I'm like, "Hey man, it was nice meeting you, but Michael Wilson kicked me off the project." Kevin's like, "What? I just paid him the money.
Yeah,
I just paid him the money. I only paid him the money because I wanted to work with you, man." And then you went to Michael and he said no refund.
Yeah, Michael said he told me no refunds. I just sent the guy the money. He's like, just give me like you can
guys-
take $100 or something. Like give me the,
$100 processing fee.
Yeah.
You talk to this guy still?
No,
Yeah.
I haven't seen him in years.
So
But
we
it-
sued him.
They sued him.
We
That's
sued
how they
this
became
guy.
friends.
Yeah.
Small claims court.
Let's go.
Yep.
Yeah, we won because he didn't show up.
He was a crazy dude though. He had like he stabbed someone I think back in the day, and he lit
he's
someone
in
on
charges.
fire or something.
No, there's no way he lit someone on
I don't know
fire.
about the fire. I don't know.
Yeah,
but I know he stabbed somebody
He definitely was
Oh my
stabbed
because we
God.
ended up meeting somebody who ended up knowing him.
He definitely stabbed somebody.
Jeremy.
Yeah, that
Jeremy
was
knows.
for sure.
Yes,
You gotta, yeah.
Small
So
world.
That
it's
is crazy.
I
bro.
can't. I grew up in St. Louis, so when I moved to LA, all of this world was
Yeah.
new to me. There wasn't this whole like underground music producer world, and it's just easy to get taken advantage. You got to be careful out here, kids.
Yeah, safe.
But you grew up in Florida, and there's already a music scene here.
Yeah.
I feel like I've been talking to a lot of people. We were talking to this guy named Matt, who's a really cool dancer who moved here from LA, and it seems like a lot of people are moving here now for music, which
Yeah.
this was not the scene 5 or 10 years ago. Like nobody did music in
Yeah, right.
Florida.
It was
Do you
all-
see like there's more of a producer scene, like writing and all that?
Definitely in South Florida, like Miami area. And then I feel like it's just right now it's Miami, New York, LA, but more so in Miami now.
Yeah,
than
more.
ever before.
I think more Miami than New York.
Everyone from LA is going to Miami right now.
it's cheaper.
Yep.
Cheaper, the taxes.
It's
Yeah.
a good vibe.
Because
Great
yeah,
weather.
when we first started, there was no even just DJs. There was like maybe like one, like Cedric Treveus or something.
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
Like nobody. There's
Yeah,
no like
the
big
Miami.
DJs that lived in Miami. It was all like, oh, you got to be in LA.
Yeah, now it's over. DJ
No.
Khaled.
DJ Khaled.
Yeah.
I heard he's scared of flying now. Like he doesn't fly.
Could see it.
I can see it.
He just jet skis.
Dude, I used to love his Snapchat story.
I'm
going to Future
Another one. Major key.
Future wasn't home. He's like,
For the people that don't know that are watching right now, we're in Miami for Music Week. Is this your
Yes.
first time in Music Week? Second time? Third? If you coming along, like
this is third.
Okay.
Yeah, this is my third.
you like it here?
Yeah, it's awesome. Just traffic took fucking an hour to get here. I suppose.
You did the Dim Mac pool party last
Uh,
year or something like that.
No, last year I did the show with you guys.
Yes,
Your
sir.
guys'
Thank you for doing
party.
that, bro.
Of course.
That was
Thanks for
fun.
having me. And then I was gonna do the Millennium pool party, but they got rained out.
Oh yeah, I
And
remember.
then the year before was Loud Luxury party.
So wait, you did the party that there was like raining?
It just got totally canceled.
No, for us.
Oh yes.
Yeah, when we
You
were
remember that?
stuff
Okay,
down
that
there,
was
stuff
actually
inside.
legend.
Yes, that
Yeah.
was a fun night because everyone packed in because they're supposed to be outside, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
moved
then everyone
inside.
packed in. That was
So
fun.
shout out to everyone that came to that show last year. We thought it might get canceled because it was gonna be outside, and we're just like, oh, we're just gonna pack it in, and it ended up being more fun
That was sick.
and more intimate. And yeah, we had bass jackers there as well, Sigala. Yeah, it was a really
That
fun
is-
show. That was the first Miami Music
Yeah,
Week
Dub
show
Vision.
that we put on. So maybe we'll do more in the future. That was really
Shit.
fun.
That was good.
We should ask you about more like Gen Z stuff because I really I need to
Yeah.
get in.
Hit me,
I gotta
bro.
learn.
I need to get in the
Let's hear it.
mindset. I need to learn.
I'm ready to answer.
Otherwise,
You
we're,
asked.
we're just gonna be old. Yeah,
I'll hold it.
we're just doing our best with that mic stand over there.
All right, fuck it.
Oh, it's hanging on.
Have you noticed less people drinking and partying in your generation? Especially you just graduated college. Apparently, Gen Z drinks 20% less
Really?
than other generations. I'm wondering if it's like there's different theories to this. One,
What's the thing?
one is it's a health thing. Like they're more health conscious, which maybe that makes sense. You know,
No.
less people smoke cigarettes now. You know that's kind of a thing. The other thing is Gen Z. They're just more losers, like in percentage. As far as like they don't want to go out. They're addicted to their phones. They're addicted to playing video games. They don't know how to
drink,
talk
you're
to
a
women. No, not that. I wasn't saying that. I'm just saying like they're less social. They're less wanting to
No,
go
because
out.
their phones and stuff, and all you can do is
There's different.
You can have a fun night on TikTok, strong 4 hours.
Because alcohol is a social.
Right.
Of course.
It's a social lubricant. It's like if you're addicted to alcohol, you'll drink by yourself, but
Yeah.
it's
No,
kind
I-
of sad. Like you
Another theory,
only want to
though-
drink with other people. That's
No,
like
yeah.
the highest.
Right. Another
think
theory is that
that's
they're
what
doing like more drugs though instead of drinking. Do you think
Yeah,
that's
loner
the case,
drugs.
or
I
what do you think?
I think it's option 2, what you said. It's just now with.
So they're not healthier. You're like not in my college.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't really know what to compare it to, so that's my
true.
only.
That's
take on
true.
it.
Yeah,
But
the relative.
I think with like what I was saying, like someone like 10 years ago, you couldn't spend a whole night just scrolling on TikTok and being happy with your life. Like you can do that now on a Saturday night, and people be fine with that. Whereas I feel like 10 years ago, you'd want to go hang out with your friends on a Saturday night. So
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know.
No, it makes
I think
sense.
it's the
That's
loser,
true.
the loser thing you said.
You can live. You can live.
They're all just losers.
Yeah,
losers
you can
out
live
Just more
vicariously.
antisocial
through-
or just more in their own heads or on social
Yeah,
media
dude, I
or
mean-
whatever else. That makes sense. I get that.
Do you think TikTok is good for the music industry?
I think music industry, yes. I think like mental health and everything else, no. Just because people can get so addicted to it. Like even I am. I'm always scrolling on it, which is not healthy. But for music industry, yeah, I've always been a fan just because I utilized it in the right way.
So you're biased, is what you're saying.
Yes, very.
Okay,
Makes sense.
Fair enough.
I mean, it's worked for me, but it also hasn't.
So were
worked
you
for me.
scared when you thought it was gonna get banned? Were you like,
Oh, bro.
oh
so
my god,
scared.
my life's
I was like
over.
depressed.
Really?
Well, dude, every
Like
song
my
I
whole
posted-
following.
My whole thing.
Dude, every song I've posted that blows up is blown up from TikTok. Like I don't really do reels, which I
Right.
hate.
So, some people think some of the traction is fake, but then other people say the algorithm with TikTok is that they always show it to a new person, whereas somebody like Zed or people criticize Instagram, they don't even show it to your own followers.
Yeah, exactly.
Which that is so stupid.
Yeah,
And
I agree with Zed on that one. That's
Yeah.
stupid.
Yeah.
Do you
I think
agree,
that's
do you,
why-
do you think that's real? Like, because you've
Yeah.
obviously gotten like a fan base from
Totally.
TikTok.
So
okay.
TikTok's like prioritized by watch time versus Instagram is prioritized by shares. So if you look at any like Instagram reel that's really popping off, it'll be like so many more shares.
Oh wow,
Yeah, it's
Got it.
super-
So
that makes sense.
I have seen the TikTok. There'll be like a little bit longer videos.
yeah,
So
it's
I
all
guess
about
that,
watch time.
I guess that makes more sense.
But yeah, I mean TikTok you can post and it gets pushed out. I think the algorithm is something where it's like it'll show it to 100 people. If a certain amount of people interact within the 100, they push it out to 1,000. Hits a certain quota of interactions to 10,000. But it always gets pushed out to new people, which I like. And on Instagram, you can't even see your own.
Since
friends.
you're kind of like the
Well, that's
TikTok expert, and we obviously suck at
I
it.
wish.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are some tips? Just like people
what are the
that
5 best tips.
for like just TikTok stuff, or just how they can maybe position it. Because
To
we
grow
were
your
actually with this girl named Sammy Brielle yesterday. Have you
Yeah.
heard of this chick?
Um,
She has a song with David Guetta and
p.m.
what? Yeah, it's
On a
9 p.m. on a Friday. We're
Oh,
going to
okay.
high. Have you heard?
I didn't know that was her name, but yeah, I've heard.
Okay, yeah. I wasn't sure if you saw that trend, but
Yeah, no, I
she was kind of explaining her format of how she was doing it and like getting people involved in the discovery process. I was like, okay, that's kind of smart.
yeah.
but-
What was she saying?
Basically, she'll like have people. I don't know if I want to. I don't know if I want
yeah.
to ruin her.
Oh yeah, if it's
Her
not public
thing.
knowledge, it's all good.
Yeah, but it's basically like getting real people involved with the
Yeah,
post,
totally.
so it feels like more organic,
Authentic.
which is smart instead of it being
the
like
main
a,
thing she was saying, I don't think this is like bad to say, is that she would like find people that have a social following and meet them in person and say, "Hey, can you ask me this question
yeah.
on social like while I film it or whatever?" So it makes it feel like that there's a genuine interaction between this and her and this person, and it's
it's
done
not
well for her.
genuine.
So what's up?
So, but it's not really genuine. It's
Yeah, I don't know, maybe not.
not just-
Yeah,
So you're saying she's fake? No.
Well, I don't know, but
shout out
it's
her.
It's just a little trick. Just a little trick. What would you
Did
say
good
yours
vocals
are?
on that song. Mine,
Like, or best tips, like Kev said.
it's hard because I've failed a lot on TikTok. I've realized the harder I try, like the more high quality content, the harder, like the more produced out, like the video is, the less it doesn't do as well. Mainly because I think people see it as crazy as it sounds. I think people see like a lot of effort into videos on TikTok, and people think like, oh, try hard, you're trying too hard. Whereas the success I've had from TikTok, I'll literally be in my room and I'll act like it's like I'm a friend that I just FaceTimed. I'm like showing them my new song. Just not even moving from my chair, just moving my phone around. I'll show you the videos. You guys probably seen them.
Yeah, for
I
sure,
got
I've seen them.
super low effort, have the official audio on so people can hear it fully, and I kind of just dance in my room and act like, you know, I just made something I'm showing my friend, and that's resonated with people. I think just because it's authentic and real, and you know, if I were to FaceTime one of my buddies to show him a song, that's exactly what I'd do.
Wow.
But it's for me. Like I'm sure Sammy, like her, like setting up, getting other people interacted, like other people like in that actual interaction with the videos.
Yeah, well,
I mean, everyone's different.
I think the common theme is it has to feel authentic and organic, whether it is fully or not.
Of
It
course.
has to feel that way, which is such a switch. Like when we first started, like Instagram had just came out, and like Instagram filter was like just a thing, and people were like,
Yeah.
oh look, you could put a filter on your food and post it on Instagram.
Yeah, everyone was doing recap videos, like highly produced.
Yes,
everything, you know what I
exactly.
mean?
And it feels like now it's completely the opposite.
Yeah.
It's like low quality, low effort, but like make it feel like you can connect with the listener.
And it's it's a weird generational divide where I grew up, I didn't have a smartphone. I had a Razor phone at one point.
Yeah.
But it's still really uncomfortable for me to film myself like
Dude.
this with my phone. I'll do it if I know like exactly what I'm doing. But your generation is like, you guys just do this all day, every day, add a Snapchat filter. There's like, it doesn't phase you guys. So then those
Yeah.
videos just end up coming off more authentic, like on
Yeah. It
TikTok.
It definitely
or-
does. It's not always comfortable, but after doing it for a little, you kind of just get used to it. But no one really wants a camera in their face 24/7, especially if you're trying to be real, trying to be authentic. It's
Right.
like, you know, I'm making music. This is like a real like spiritual experience as a producer. The last thing I really want to do is be like, yo, listen to this song I just made. But I know how much it can help and like push my career. So it's kind of just weighing out the pros and cons of, do I want to put a camera in my face right now and make the video? If not, I don't do it. Like I haven't posted a TikTok in probably like 3 weeks. My buddy was getting on me for it. He's like, dude, it's a
Oh, wow.
game. Let's go, bro.
He's like,
But-
you got to keep the algorithm, man.
Holding me
Oh,
accountable.
you them happy, yeah.
Did
Yeah.
do you ever would you ever incorporate live instruments into your set, to your live
Yeah,
set?
I've-
I know you play guitar and piano.
I've talked about it with my team, and I think the general idea of it was going to be, once I get to a certain point, we'll implement that. Because right now I'm just playing a lot of direct support slots for people and smaller headlines and softer rooms. So I don't want to like show all my cards right away. I want to
Yeah, or you don't want to be that annoying guy that's like, hey, can you completely change the stage? I want to be your opener.
exactly in my fees.
I mean, if you did it, if you did it for
Not
us, it
even.
probably wouldn't be a big deal. Like we probably figure it out or make an
of course,
exception.
but I don't want to do that. Like I'd rather just wait till like I'm bigger.
I think you should incorporate it now. I'm just gonna give you my opinion.
Tell
Right.
me,
I
please. I'd
I
love
think
to.
Sometimes
doing
you
it
gotta
now
go
is gonna
hard,
set you
yeah.
apart and allow people to see something that's different now, that it'll create more opportunities for you, as opposed to
Right,
if you
yeah.
wait for something. I don't know. You know what I mean? You're not giving them the opportunity to like
Copy.
get you in there.
Maybe I'll incorporate it into my content first.
There you go.
And then
There you go.
see. I mean, similar to how Fred again started with.
Right.
Doing his
Different
live
style,
videos.
but like even like a Sullivan King or like Odessa, I feel like
Yeah.
they started pretty early. Because I remember when Odessa was doing it from the jump back in the day, and I was like, seems like a lot of work. Like then they're bringing this to every show. Like that's and they weren't really playing like huge shows in the beginning, but it set them apart.
Well,
and
yeah.
then they
Yeah,
were
anything that
really
you can do to
work.
set you apart and like make people remember you when you leave, like, oh, remember that guy played guitar during a set,
Yeah,
like,
so-
will provide more opportunity. I feel,
Makes it more special.
you know.
Even the, yeah, even
do
the
it
we're
now.
good friends with the
That's
two
good.
friends guys, and they bring out a saxophone player
Yeah.
every time, and they do obviously really big shows, but they bring their sax player even when they play in Vegas.
Yeah.
You know, and I was like, okay, that's a good, you know, you're committing to that aspect and it's setting your show apart. I'm sure most people go see the Vegas DJ and they're not expecting that.
The saxophone guy. Nah, I'm gonna write that down. Copy.
Hell yeah, dude.
Well, how was it working with the Chainsmokers? Because I know,
It's good.
yeah.
They're awesome, bro. So I got linked up with them from TikTok. So,
Oh,
like,
sick.
everything's from TikTok. I just
Wow.
posted
Did you do the remix first, just on your own, or did they send you the stems for high?
So both. I saw that they were offline for like 2 years. They went on a big hiatus from like COVID till 2022, and then I saw they're coming back with a song. And from like 2020 all the way till 2022, that's kind of when TikTok started to have its moment and really pop off, from like COVID time up until then. And I realized they weren't on TikTok, so I knew they were gonna be trying TikTok. And they've always been pretty like socially relevant guys, and they also do like the YouTube like skits and like funny videos. So they've always been good online. So I'm like thinking, okay, they're probably gonna want to get into TikTok. I already had a little bit of a following at the time, probably a couple thousand followers, nothing crazy. And then they announced the song was coming out, so I like remixed it before the song was even out.
Just like ripped it.
I ripped the 15-second audio from TikTok, stem split it.
Yeah, and that wasn't even like AI wasn't fully
No, I didn't
developed,
like the
so
websites.
felt like a shitty vocal kind of
So
artifacts.
Oh, it was terrible. So I did that, and then like 2 days before it was scheduled to come out, the original song, I like just teased the instrumental with my buddy. I was like, roommate reaction or something, and that blew up before. So then I kind of like, but this is like the vocal was already on it, the Chainsmokers vocals, but it was muted. So I was like, all right, let's play it, like play the game here. So I was like, oh, we put the new Chainsmokers song vocal on it. Let's see how it sounds. Kept posting that. It kept getting pushed, and their team hit us up a couple of days after. It was like, yo, this is tight. Like, let's do like clean up the song. Here's the official stems. See what's good. Did that, and then I ended up working with their social team for like 4 weeks. I was posting a TikTok every single day, like doing different ideas, going up to random people, all this bullshit.
Damn, I didn't realize it was that intense. That's like
Yeah.
so smart though, if you think about it. And
Yeah,
in a way, you're just adding like coals in the fire, like stacking the deck in your favor
Totally.
for them to use your remix, because you're like, not only did I make a remix, I made 10 TikToks about it
Yeah.
that are doing well.
So my philosophy on that is like, if you're making a remix for someone, like a bigger artist, you have to somehow bring them value too.
Right.
So for instance, like I did with Chainsmokers, and I did one like 2 years ago for Noted. I did a remix of their song with Maya Wright, AM PM, and I posted it on TikTok. And like my goal was not really to get it, like obviously I wanted to get officially released, but my goal was to just bring so many new listeners and fans to that song and to their page to where like they would look bad if they didn't release it. So,
Right, yeah.
So me bringing them value through like the social media was something that I'm good at. Help them bring me value having like official release with them. So that's kind of how I look at it.
I think it's really smart, and I think
Thank
a lot of people in my era have like a little bit of resistance to like posting the song before it's
Of
done
course.
and like official and like the paperwork's done.
Trust me,
because
I
when
get it.
we started, it was like, if you do that, you'll be blackballed from the industry, and like
Yeah.
you're gonna be in trouble with the label or like the management. And now that seems like the way to do it. Like even Jack Harlow was posting his song
Yeah, right.
on Instagram before the song even dropped. And you can, I mean, if obviously don't do it if you don't
No,
own the
of course.
song, didn't do the production, I guess, but it's just like more of a bootleg world nowadays than it used to be.
Yeah, and that kind of just plays into what we're talking about, like the being authentic. Like as
Yeah, it makes it seem more authentic, but then you're also taking the initiative, and it's showing I'm not just sitting around and waiting for my phone to ring or waiting to get the email opportunity
exactly.
of like, do you want to remix this person?
Yeah.
You're just like actively doing something every day, and it's giving you a higher chance of success.
Exactly. I always tell people like with TikTok, because that's primarily where I'm giving people help and advice, just start posting and you'll figure it out along the way. And it sounds stupid. You want to have a plan. You want to have like all these goals down the line for everything. My philosophy has been, you're going to have one goal that you want right now, but once you start posting and doing the action of trying to figure out what it is, that goal is going to switch, and you're going to get closer and closer, and it's going to be more clear and different as time progresses.
Yeah, I don't know if you have this mindset, but it reminds me of, it seems like you're okay with the audience like seeing something that's not done yet. It's like you're okay with it maybe sucking in the beginning, and like that takes a lot of vulnerability.
Yeah,
where like most people, they're like, okay, once it's mixed, once it's mastered, once my whole team has listened to it like 100 times and we think this is the best version, then I'll release it. And now there's this TikTok wave where it's like, I want to hear the day 1 demo, I want to hear the day 3 demo, I want to hear once the vocals on it. Like, I don't know, it's kind of weird.
Yeah, so like what I've noticed is that most of the listeners, I'd say 98%, aren't producers, aren't mix engineers, and they're just gonna be the everyday fans, like the TikTok girls that are gonna repost your videos and make videos like with the sound. They don't know the difference between like a solid mix down or a mid-side EQ or any of that BS. Like, so I just kind of post it right away, get a pulse, and yeah.
And you're just like playing it on your speakers and like filming it.
Yeah, I'll usually I have like a process. I'll do the first one on the speakers, so it's not official audio, and then like all the TikToks after that do the official audio. But yeah, dude.
Hell yeah,
definitely.
I think those are great tips for anyone listening. Hopefully they get value out of that. I know you got to run. I think you said you had like another podcast or something to run to. Miami Music Week is super busy. Is there anything you want to tell the listeners before we end things?
Nah, just any of the younger producers out there that kind of are just starting and kind of think that it may be a while until they get their foot in the door. I think the best thing you guys could be doing is just asking for help or putting yourself out there. Like, I'll show you guys the DMs after with you guys. I probably DM'd you guys like 30 times before you answered.
Yeah.
And now, obviously, 6 years later, we're hanging. So just ask. Don't be afraid to put yourself out there. But
ask and it is given.
Hell yeah.
Exactly. And you shall receive.
Appreciate you, bro. Thanks for being here.
Appreciate you guys.
bro.
Shout out the
Legend,
boys.
boy.
Hell
You
yeah,
guys are
let's
awesome,
go.
Trev. Love you, brother.
Love you, bro. Peace.
Hell yeah, bro.
My boy.
Sweet.
Cheat Codes Podcast, Leondis. Check out his music. Check out the Heidi Montag remix. Check out the High remix. Check out the Hate You Love You remix.
Hell yeah.
All of his original music. Peace out. See you guys next time.
Peace.